Welcome to the Palace of Megapixels. This is Super Mega Brothers Turbo.
And welcome to Super Mega Crash Brothers Turbo. I'm your host Stephen White, and with me is my co-host Todd Stark.
That was so hard to get out.
It was. I'm still trying to transition.
It's stumbling.
And Lacey Finley.
Hello. Happy Monday.
What's up, Lace?
Happy Monday,
Happy
everybody.
Monday.
So we're hoping that if you're hearing this today, that you enjoyed our live stream yesterday.
Yes.
And that it went off without a hitch.
I had to pee at least once.
At least.
Possibly. Yeah.
I'm just saying. I'm hoping I don't have to, but
You're hoping you
probably
don't
will.
And then if you are new here, brought here from the stream, we welcome you. We're glad to have you here checking out what we do on a usual basis. So welcome one and all new people.
Everybody.
The one person that it may be.
Welcome to the community.
Yeah.
What are we going to call our little group?
I don't know. We'll have to think on it.
Welcome to the family.
Welcome to the family. Why not?
Crash Brothers.
Mm-hmm. We call them our siblings.
That is our siblings,
We've already done
all of our
Yes,
cousins.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
All of them.
Super Mega Crash cousins.
Cousins.
See, look at that.
That's a
She just
t-shirt.
whipped it out.
That's a t-shirt.
Not just a hat rack, my friend.
That's right. So, what have we been playing recently?
Oh, ladies first.
I beat Outlast today.
Okay.
It
how
was
was
terrifying. And I'm very proud of myself because it's not my normal fare to play. And so the fact that I beat it in 7 hours, which I guess it was only supposed to take me 3. I don't know. I'm pretty proud of myself that I got through it. And I'm very disappointed that it was not a happy ending. Sorry if it's a spoiler. It's been out a long time. You guys should know by now, I guess. But I was very disappointed in that. And now apparently I'm supposed to go play the Whistleblower DLC, and it's supposed to tie up some loose ends for me for all the questions that I had. I didn't realize you were supposed to record without using it as a camera or a light for the longest time. So I think I missed a ton of notes that my character would have made along the way until I don't know, the last 2 hours of the game. Then it started racking up notes. So I probably missed a ton of information that would have been useful.
I'm pretty sure I tried that game and could not get into it. I don't remember why. It was just, I guess it was a slow burn and I just wasn't into it at that moment.
I think you were scared.
I wasn't scared. It was
It's
just
scary. And
some games I find are more fun to stream, and I would not play them on my own. This was one of those that I streamed because I am too terrified to play them on my own. I get zero fun from turning out the lights and just scaring the crap out of myself. It's just not something that I like to do. But apparently it's hilarious, so I'll stream it. That's the only reason why I played it. October, I joined the bandwagon of playing some spooky games, and then I'll put it behind
it's
me.
that time of year, I suppose.
Yeah. My favorite month.
I mean, I am going to go see Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
So excited.
Doing that
really
tonight?
Excited about that. I am.
Okay, I want a full report Monday. I'm going on Tuesday. I don't want any spoilers, though.
Okay. So you want to report today?
Yeah, today. In the future.
What have you been playing?
Spider-Man, 60% through it. I got a lot of playing time done this week.
Well, I got a little bit of news about Spider-Man, so you gotta speed it up a little bit.
Hey, I'm trying. I think that I can possibly get done this weekend.
Good.
Yeah.
I think you could.
I think I'm just I've been kind of you know what? I want to know the story. I don't want anything to get spoiled. I'm kind of just going through the story, and I'm going to go back and do the other stuff.
That's fair.
So
there's a few things that I left untouched that were not trophy related that I just said, I'll get it next time.
Like what? So I'll know not to go do
hidden photographs.
Okay, I didn't do that.
I think if you get to level 50, there should be an ability that allows you to see on the minimap like a hidden photograph or hidden spot for a photograph.
Mm-hmm.
And you can just, it's supposed to unlock a costume, but it's not a costume worth spending time on. So I just figured I'll get it later. I'm not really in the mood for that. It's okay.
And what have you been playing?
Well, I kind of wanted to go through Just Cause 3, but I didn't. I got pulled away from it for the game that I was trying to save, which was Guacamelee 2.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm not complaining because I had a lot of fun. Just, if the gameplay is practically identical to the first one,
Which is not a bad thing.
solid, fluid, and it challenges you. It's the right kind of challenge, you know? Because I know we talked recently about a game that was challenging and it was just frustrating to the point where you're just like, fuck this game.
Right.
This is a game that you can look at it and be like, this is going to be tricky. And you may die a couple of times trying to figure it out. But you know you can get through it. You just have to be like, just take a breath. Jump. Or hit button. You know, whatever it is, the combo, and then boom, you're done. And you're just like, ugh.
Yeah, you feel like you did something.
Yeah.
And it's not impossible. It's just, you have to time it. You have to figure it out. And once you do, you got it.
Yeah.
It really tests your skills, but makes you feel good once you got it.
Some of it's super fast, too, because I remember in the first one, I haven't played the second one yet. I actually had to record a portion of it because I kept dying somewhere, and I could not, it was going so fast that I could not for the life of me figure out where I was going wrong. So I actually had to record it and play it back so I could see that I was supposed to like hit your zoom to the whatever your dash button was to go through one of those morphing swirls that happens. Totally was going too fast. I didn't even see it. And I don't think I ever would have had I not recorded it so I could see what the hell was going wrong right there.
Yeah, it's...
But I got it.
Yeah.
It was my own way of troubleshooting, but I got it.
Yeah, that's all that matters.
I mean, I really can't say a bad thing about it at the moment. There's just... Oh, and God, the references. You remember how the other one had those good jokes, those solid jokes, just reference... Oh, man. There was just... Unless you got to know your games. You got to know your games because there have just been so many good little jokes and winks, and you're just like, God, I love this.
Yeah.
I love it. You know?
Yeah.
So did you review that game today? Or what?
I didn't. I haven't finished it, so I can't review it as of yet.
Oh, you could lie and say
So if I do finish it, I might do a late review or something like that, but not right now. But outside of that, I've been as I'm laying in bed waiting to go to sleep, I'll play Fallout Shelter, which I don't know, I go in and out of that. It's like 1 minute I'm just like, it's okay.
Yeah.
And then I just get really into it, especially when you get to go out and explore.
Yeah.
And then I've got all my training facilities up. So all of my people are starting to get stacked on their skills. So now I've got this small little army together of people who can do just about anything. So I can send them off to do all my good stuff.
You're Rick Grimes.
Yeah. So I'm starting to feel good about that. And then I started looking through some old games that I didn't realize I downloaded or added to my library. And I don't know. I downloaded a few and I was just like, I'm going to check these out at some point. So,
What games?
well, one in particular that I just stumbled upon, which I remember getting because I was in a phase for, was
Little Nightmares.
no. I said games that I already downloaded or had downloaded once before, not one that I haven't bought.
Oh, I thought you already bought Little Nightmares.
No, it was Marvel Puzzle Quest.
Oh, I seen you playing.
It was it's normally like I first started playing it as a mobile game, and then they offered a paid version on PlayStation. And I thought I was into it at the time, and I was like, I'll pay the money for it just to see what the difference would be because this is free.
Is it just putting together like 500-piece puzzles?
Yeah, it's like one of those match 3, match 4 kind of games,
Oh,
and then you just piece them together, kind of like a Tetris-esque type game or whatever.
Anyway, I want like an old lady puzzle.
But with Marvel characters or whatever. But
So a manly puzzle.
yeah, that's right. And then you've got to base your attacks on how many you match up, and then the colors will, allow you to build up the attack, and then you can attack the other enemy. Okay, so it's strategy, and you got to be clever and whatnot.
That means I probably can't play it.
Probably not. So I hadn't played it in a while, and I thought, what the hell, I'll give this a go again. And I got back into it just pretty quick. So I've been playing that pretty hardcore here and there.
Nice.
But that's all I've been playing. So how about we talk about some news? We got quite a bit.
News.
All right. Well, we're going to start off with our heavy news first.
Is it sad?
Yeah, because the Microsoft co-founder Paul Allen passed away last week due to complications with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. He, along with Bill Gates, started Microsoft in 1975, but also numerous other ventures like Vulcan Incorporated, which managed all of his business, and I knew that word was going to screw me up. Philanthropic. I just had to go slow with it.
That is a very hard word to say.
It was. I looked at it and I was like, you know what? That word's going to screw me up. I'm going to figure it out.
It's because you already put it in your head.
I did, and it screwed me all up. But anyway, there was that. Then the Allen Institute for Brain Science, the Institute for Artificial Intelligence, and the Institute for Cell Science and Stratolaunch Systems. All of these are nonprofit institutes looking to better humanity in some way or another.
Or destroy it with AI.
No, not him. He was also the owner of the Seattle Seahawks and the Portland Trail Blazers. And being the 44th wealthiest individual in the world, he provided over $2 billion to causes such as education, environmental conservation, healthcare, and more. Paul Allen was 65, and we send our condolences and well wishes to his family. But he did a lot. He did a lot.
Yeah.
And there's not a lot of billionaires. There's a few that we know that are selfish assholes, but not this guy. This guy was all right.
Yeah, sounds like it.
All right, let's get into some better news. Step it up a little bit. Not saying that was... you know what? Forget it. I'm going to dig a hole.
Some happier news.
Happier news. There we go.
Good choice.
It was sad news that had a happy ending, and now into just happy news.
Right. Happy news. All right, now Sony, I don't know if either of you saw this week or last week. Sony was seeing a serious breach in its security last week as an unknown PSN user was sending messages to other users that was causing their consoles to lock up. Now, players would be mid-game. They would receive a message that had two symbols in the message. Immediately upon opening it, the system would crash, and users could only recover their system with a factory reset. Now, one user did mention that it happened to a group of him and his friends while they were playing a game simultaneously, but there was one friend that was unaffected due to his private message settings, so he never got it. Now, as of right now, there doesn't seem to be a direct fix for this problem. However, if you do find yourself receiving an unknown message, such as this, there's one workaround that it's immediately shutting down your console. Do not open the message. That's key. Don't open it, but shut it down immediately. Okay. Open up your messages from your PSN app on your phone, delete the message, then put your PS4 into safe mode, which is pressing the power button for about 7 seconds, then proceed to rebuild the database from that point.
I think they patched it out with that 6.02.
And they may have.
Yeah.
Okay.
So regardless of opening the message or not, you have to do all those steps. So if you just left it idle and never opened it, it would still do the same thing?
Pretty much. I mean, it's trying to find a way to prevent your system from having to go through factory reset.
Gotcha. Okay.
So, best thing to do is just set your messages to private and not have to worry about it.
Oh, I have my settings like ridiculous.
There you go. You won't be affected.
You gotta have a code.
I pretty much have to like give you my username and accept you as a friend before you can send me anything. So
then I think you're well taken care of. Okay, next bit we've got is an Australian federal court issued a search and seizure warrant to Rockstar Games and Take-Two Interactive in an attempt to take down a ring of cheaters, and so far, 2 have been taken down.
Nice.
Their homes were raided and all of their assets were being seized. All their cheating software was taken down. The software that I think we actually talked about once before is called Infamous. It will allow players who... First, you have to buy it. It's $40. But for a $40 flat fee, you have unlimited access on Grand Theft Auto Online to weapons, cash, any other in-game necessities. You can just have it all. And to make it even worse, especially if you're one of those people who like to try and play and you get hassled by somebody, these people can teleport wherever they want on the map at any point in time. So if you were trying to kill them, they're like, no. And then they're gone.
That's so crazy.
Yeah.
Is that worth $40, you think?
I mean, it depends on what the value of that game is worth to you.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah,
I guess
I
you're kind of stealing money from them.
It's just a game.
Yeah, but you're stealing their digital money from them. You know.
Yeah,
like,
and that's exactly why they're doing this. Because if you don't have to buy money from Rockstar and you have all this free money you can just accumulate through this cheat, you can buy up everything on the game and never have to pay a dime. So, along with taking them down, the company is also looking into other legal actions, such as charges of copyright infringement because of the cheating software, and then compensation for loss of profits, like you were mentioning. So these people are going to finally get their comeuppance, I think.
Good.
You know.
Somebody should have swatted them.
Yeah. Well, no, we don't want to.
No, we want to encourage that.
Like,
I mean, it sounded like they got raided, so they had their own little version there.
They kind of did get swatted.
Guns coming out and all this stuff. So,
All right, now we've got two back-to-back stories, which, you know, it's kind of interesting because I want to have a little discussion after we kind of get through it. Because I feel like there's a little something to talk about.
I know.
Yeah, I want to talk about it a little because it's interesting.
Such a special day.
Yeah. Okay, so first of all, Discord is actually trying their hand at offering up a gaming service now. They're launching they have launched a beta version of a game store last Tuesday. So it's been up for about a week now for $9.99 a month or however much. I think there might be a yearly plan. I don't know. But for at least $10 a month. You can sign up for Discord Nitro, and it will give you all the chat perks and custom emojis that you already get from Discord Nitro. But now you get access to over 60 different games you can play right now. Very much like most subscription services like PlayStation Now and Xbox's a Game Pass. Why do I always have trouble with that?
Because it's a stupid name.
Possibly.
Probably because we don't use Xbox a lot, so it doesn't come right to our...
That might be it, too.
No offense to Xboxers. Don't send the hate mail.
No offense.
Don't add us.
Just saying. Anyway, but you can also purchase games from the storefront if you're, if streaming games are not your thing, really, and maybe the idea of losing access to that game when it's removed from the catalog isn't quite appealing either. So, but fear not, if you happen to lose access to a game, your save data will remain. So when it comes back, you can just come back to your game. Now, one may assume that all the games offered would just be indie titles, and you would almost be right. However, there's a decent selection being offered from games like Guacamelee, Inside, Super Meat Boy, then to Darksiders 2 and Metro Last Light. And there's even a few exclusive titles to the platform, such as Minion Masters, whatever that is.
Oh, I'm going to play that tonight.
Yeah. Now, if none of this sounds appealing to you, but you still want the Nitro action from Discord, you can still get the custom emojis and perks and all that stuff for $4.99 a month. So I'm kind of curious to see where that will go. You know, like what kind of foothold does Discord have in the gaming industry? Because it is kind of for gamers in a manner of speaking. Yeah. So it's best used for that. Now, on the flip side of this, Discord's not the only one doing this, because Loot Crate even threw their name into the hat, saying that they are now going to offer a service known as Loot Play, which is a subscription service offering up a selection of PC titles for roughly about the same price, $10 a month. Now, their service would offer up new titles every month, with one being announced early, and then the rest will be announced almost before release. And it's very much like what Humble does. Okay. Where they kind of give you that one big title. They're like, look forward to this. We'll tell you about the rest of them later. So kind of has that vibe to it. But the VP of Marketing and Communications for Loot Crate said that this move is to help subscribers find new games that are curated with a focus on creative new voices, and we want to help these independent studios reach new audiences through our large network of looters. Now, their debut package will include Devolver Digital's Crossing Souls, although there is no word when this will officially launch.
The whole thing or the game?
The whole thing. So, like I said, these are two stories we got here. And I want to have a quick little discussion about it and get your guys' take on it. Now that we have two new names into the streaming hat, we've got Sony, we've got Microsoft, we've got Nintendo, we've got
Google,
Steam, we've got GOG, we've got Humble. You've got so many things. You've got so many venues for this stuff now? What
Those
is
are
it?
very different, though, from each other, right? So the way you were describing these last two, it's like you're actually... You have the game so long as you are paying for the service, right? And it's streaming to your home, and that's how you're playing it, right? You're not buying the game outright, right?
Sure.
So like with Humble and all of them, you're still getting a key. You bought the game. It's yours. Well, for as long as Steam holds up, right? Because a lot of these are Steam codes for PC gamers or whatever. See, I thought a long time ago when I heard Discord about doing it that it was going to be kind of like a Steam, which I was kind of on board with, because the whole thing with like Steam, you have it in one place. You have your friends already together there. And if you're on Discord a lot, you've already got your friends there on Discord, right?
Right.
Pretty much. I don't know, myself personally, when I'm playing games, I just want to own the game.
Right.
Like, that's just my own personal preference. Like, if I want to play the game, whatever I want, but if I discontinue the service, then I no longer have access to the game.
I mean, as far as, I mean, I agree with what you're saying as far as owning it. If I want it, I'm going to buy it. Mm-hmm. You know, if there's something about it I want to see. But I'm not against, I mean, we all used to rent video games when we were kids. When they were access available through video stores or whatnot. You know, it was just there that you wanted to test it out. I kind of see this as being that way, but I feel like times have changed to a point where the way it's consumed, rentals just seem kind of a moot point anymore.
Well, you're just really buying the license to this to run off a server. And when you're, like you said, whenever you're done, that's gone.
Right. Mm-hmm. But I mean, it would be no different than renting it. I mean, in the way I see it.
But you don't ever have to give it back as long as you're paying that money each month.
Right.
Yeah.
So you have it all the time as long as you're paying.
But that's
Yeah,
no
it's the
different
same
than
with like the
PlayStation
Xbox
Plus.
Pass too, right? Or
Yeah,
Microsoft.
you're right. You're paying for the license for all these games.
But I guess what I want to know is, what is the necessity of having so many? I mean, there are so many already, and then now we've got two new players into the game. We saw what happened years ago when other manufacturers came into the console market and they were trying their 3DO and their CDIs, and
Not the same thing.
they never... I understand that, but it's the concept, the idea that there's just too many cooks out there trying to say, we can do this too.
It does
I
seem
think
like a
that
lot all at the
streaming-wise,
same time.
Yeah. And it just, I don't know. It's just, I'm not saying that it's going to cause a crash of some kind. I just don't see how any of them can look at this as a viable option right now.
Well,
with
either
so
they'll-
many options already available.
Right. Well, either the ones that can't make it will be eliminated, I think.
Now, granted, I think that there is some cause that they might trying to be take some of the steam away from Steam. because of all the crap they're going through right now, where they've got all their garbage titles and people are kind of getting fed up with them. So maybe they're trying to shoehorn their way in and be like, look, they're garbage, we're good. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. That's
I don't know. I think it's just like you're getting to the point where it's just going to be competitive on price, right? So if they're all offering within reason the same thing, now whoever is going to have the cheaper, probably more stable servers are the ones that are good. Because I've heard really great feedback so far from people who have gotten to the Google streaming beta. Mm-hmm. Now,
that's actually something I'm going to bring up. Yeah.
The people are, from what I've been able to see from feedback on like social medias and things like that, it's been pretty well praised so far, those who are doing the beta. But again, those are people in areas that have strong internet. That's my only drawback, is that I don't think they really realize that there's still this huge giant chunk in the middle of the US, right? That like they don't have access to fiber. They may only get 6 megabits per second. Like that's the fastest that's offered where they live. And so if you're trying to stream and play a AAA game, you're probably going to get pixelated. You're probably not going to get the frames per second that you would have had you outright bought the game and have it running on your console or PC, or whatever you're playing with. So I think the concept is great. Let's say I don't have money to spend $60 on every brand new game I want to play, and the service is offering it to me for $10 a month. I could feasibly chunk through a good amount of games for that $10.
Sure.
I just see the downfall being, and no fault of their own, until the rest of it can catch up with having at least decent internet, let alone fast internet, but decent internet, I think that's going to be your only drawback. So people who are in large cities who have access to it is probably going to think this is amazing as far as I don't have to spend $60 every time I want to play a game.
You know, I've been hearing, okay, you was talking about Netflix and how this is kind of the same model, you know, for games.
In a way, yeah.
I have been hearing a lot of people talk about how, like, I guess like BitTorrent sites and stuff like that have been getting hit like a lot more lately because there's so many exclusives on so many streaming areas. So you don't want to go and pay. You end up paying like $70 a month just to catch all these, you know, exclusives. Yeah. So people have been doing, I guess, the Fire Stick, you know, jailbreaking the Fire Stick and stuff like that. So that's went up. But how you can't do that with a video game? I don't think, not yet.
Not yet. That's the key thing. Not yet.
Right.
So, but kind of falling back on what you were talking about there, Lace, we do have kind of a project stream update. You may have been kind of referencing that in what you were talking about, but I actually talked to Trey from the Tap Stream.
Oh, yeah, he got into that. Yeah.
He got into it. He got to play it firsthand, watched him run a video on YouTube. He said overall it runs really well. As far as streaming goes, he saw a lot of pullback because I think trying to stream it, trying to, you know, run the project.
Now, when you're saying streaming, like streaming the game and
like
then streaming it to Mixer? Okay, yeah.
Yes. Doing both.
That's a lot on your internet, yeah, because you're trying to download the game and upload the game at the same time.
Right. So he said you saw a lot of lag, you saw a lot of drawback there, but graphically, when he was running it, like the video I think he posted on YouTube today, maybe, or yesterday. I think he recorded it as he was playing it, so there wasn't any kind of stream on stream. So it was just him playing it, and it ran smooth. Graphics looked fine. He even compared it to the PlayStation 4. Didn't really say that, you know, because he has both. And he said he couldn't really see a change graphically, like one looked better than the other. He said there was a time or two where something, you know, you'd hit a button and it didn't respond. So there's tiny little lag that would just kind of pop in and out. But it wasn't a deal breaker. It was one of those like, well, that kind of screwed me up there. But, you know, it's not perfect, but it's damn good for a trial run.
Right.
So he
and that's probably most people would just be playing it too, where there's that certain group of us who are going to want to try to do both of that at the same time. So if you're just wanting to play games,
might be up your alley, yeah.
Right up it.
Right up it. But again, going back to what you were saying, good internet. I'm sure you have to have damn good internet. I would assume,
or at least decent. You know, like at least decent internet.
At least
HughesNet's not even decent.
No, it's not gonna. You're never gonna. You'd be lucky to play Pac-Man.
I can't. It won't even run anything.
And see, now where you live, that's pretty much the best that's offered where you live, right?
I don't have. That's the only thing that's offered. But I'm 5 minutes from a super Walmart. How in the hell does that happen?
Yeah. Because
is that how we base it now?
Oh yeah.
The problem is you don't have a Target. See.
Well, see, some of their line, the way they outline things doesn't make any sense because I'm kind of in the same boat. I live not even a quarter of a mile from town. Like, I just go 1 minute down the road and I'm in town, and they get all the good internet, but they're like, yeah, but you live outside of town. I'm like, but
that happened here for the longest time where I live, because, I mean, I'm in Chicago, right? And I figured I should be able to get good internet right away. It wasn't until about 8 months ago when fiber was offered on basically my side of the street.
Yeah.
Like, when I was pumping in my address, it was like a block or two over that it was offered, but they hadn't quite run the lines where I lived yet. So it wasn't until about 6 to 8 months ago when I got an email that was like, hey, it's in your area. And I'm like, deal, you know? And so I got fiber internet. And
sign me up.
Please.
You know, I'm not a fan of the ISP, but I mean, I'm at least happy that I'm still getting really good speeds. I can't complain.
Sure.
Like, I would get internet from Satan right now if he would just offer it.
Like,
I know him on Twitter. Maybe we should connect you guys, you know.
Yeah. Maybe, yeah.
All right, you guys ready for some quickets?
Quickets!
Okay.
I was trying to beat him this time to it.
Yeah, you got to be fast. You got to be ready for it. All right, so the first thing we finally have an official file size for Red Dead Redemption 2.
And it's huge.
149 gigabytes. That is official.
Yeah.
So now those of you we
That
were
is
just
massive.
talking about with the internet, because you know it's going to have a day one patch like they always do.
Now, see, yeah, and if you tried downloading that, it would take you an entire month.
Let me just
Yeah.
tell you, I just got through downloading Black Ops 4. Love the game. I played one night. I played a few matches. Love the Blackout.
Mm-hmm.
It took me 4 days to get to play the game.
Yeah.
That's just like
days.
that took me back 10 years.
That was 50 gigabytes that it had to download. 51 gigabytes it had to
Yeah,
download.
so triple that, and that's how
Like
long you'd
after
be
day 2, it was
2
like
weeks.
99 plus hours.
And that's
You're
assuming
waiting
it
2
doesn't get interrupted for any reason, or you have to use the internet at all for 3 weeks for
Oh, no,
anything
no.
else.
Nothing. Damn it.
Yeah.
And then what are you going to sacrifice on your consoles? Because I'm sure all of us are now scrambling to see what we want to delete. So we have room.
Oh, no. I got 182 free gigabytes, baby. I just got through with that.
Oh, nice.
Oh, good.
I
Good
got
for
to
you.
prep mine. I know I don't have that much free.
The next thing I've got is, did you know that the Sonic the Hedgehog franchise has just now reached 800 million units sold worldwide?
Oh, God. What took them so long?
It's Sonic.
He's so fast.
Yeah, but not in everything else. Not
It's so
everything.
fast, they just missed it was the problem. Took them this long to
800
catch
million
it.
is a lot, though.
Yeah. So,
Mario just did it last
good
year.
for Sonic?
Mario just did it last year.
Well, see, then you,
No, I'm
if
just
you
playing.
say that,
Okay, I'm just kidding with you on that.
well, I was going to say if you were right, then that would mean that Sonic is faster at reaching that.
Yeah, I doubt it. I think they probably hit it like in '99.
I actually tried looking it up and I couldn't get a definitive number, which was ridiculous to me because it was like, there's no way that Mario could be less than that. There's no way.
No, there's no way.
No way. So I'm
Like
gonna
the
have to
original,
dig a
or are
little
we
deeper
talking
because-
the franchise
just
overall?
the entire franchise?
Oh,
Because
well,
that's
then, yeah,
that's 800 million units for the entire Sonic franchise.
Gotcha.
Which is,
yeah,
you
Mario
know,
has to
that's-
be more.
I mean, what are we talking about? What were some of the terrible games that came out?
Oh God, just name one.
Colors, Forces, whatever. You know, we
yeah.
know these games didn't sell. I'm going to move on. EA teased that there's going to be remasters for Command and Conquer. You excited about that?
No,
Never mind.
don't care.
I didn't really. Okay. Dead by Daylight announced their Halloween event called the Hallowed Blight. Does that grab you? Digging
no,
that?
No.
You
No.
Somebody told me about it today. I might check it out if I have friends that want to play. I totally refuse to pug that game.
I mean, I might play with friends.
I got a little news for you here. This says more than 500 million copies of Mario games have been sold, making it the best-selling video game franchise of all time.
That
It
is
is
re-
also
Yeah,
the
like I
fifth
was just
highest
reading this
grossing
one,
media
too.
franchise of all time, with an estimated revenue over 27 billion as of 2018.
How is Mario only at 500 million?
I don't know.
Sega fudge numbers. That is horse shit.
Well,
How
they
many
probably
did you
had
say it was?
way-
800 what? 800 million?
That's what it said.
And this is 500
That doesn't
million.
make sense.
They've probably made more quality games than Sonic games.
Maybe that's what it is. They've just put out less games,
Less games, I guarantee you, man.
higher quality.
And they're probably counting like Sonic toys,
Yeah, that's true.
all of it.
And maybe,
oh, yeah,
maybe.
you did say the franchise, so.
All right, you
I
know
did
what?
just-
Doesn't matter. The world is upside down. We should expect this by now.
It's flat.
Look who the president is.
Look at him,
Okay, so
No.
we're talking about Spider-Man.
orange bastard.
Spider-Man.
Yes.
Let's talk about Spider-Man.
Yep,
Let's do
We got
Spider-Man.
DLC coming out tomorrow on October 23rd. Hey,
DLC?
isn't that another special day?
I don't know.
October 23rd? I mean, I think that might be somebody's birthday.
It's mine.
I refuse to
true.
believe they
that's
exist
right.
anymore.
Oh,
But yes.
Yeah, okay.
That would
What are you,
be the
25?
day.
Well,
So-
well, we'll get we'll save all that for that day. But yeah, we're just letting everybody know. Be aware for
You
birthday
did not know.
wishes. That's right.
And it's not official unless you wish it to me on social media, right? That's what I'm told.
That's right. That's right.
Yes.
Yeah. Then I didn't officially wish you happy birthday. I seen you in person.
Oh, I'll take it.
Okay.
It's fine.
In person counts?
Yeah. It can.
In person, I think, should count for a lot more.
Okay. Good.
Okay, well, anyway, Spider-Man, the Heist DLC is coming out on October 23rd. There was a trailer dropped, showed a little bit of the story and what to expect, but we also got to see, I'm getting ahead of myself, the 3 new costumes that are going to be in the game.
What are they?
We've got the Scarlet Spider 2, which is kind of a black and red, sleeker, darker Spider-Man look. Then we've got, and I didn't realize this was a fan favorite, but the hell do I know, the Spider-Man UK design, which pretty much looks like Spider-Man, but at certain points toward the torso, it kind of branches off looking kind of like the British
I was
flag.
really hoping you were going to say, but with a crown.
No. So, and again, people are excited about that.
He's just really bad teeth. He's got really bad teeth.
We don't know that.
He's got a mouth hole.
Okay. He doesn't. And then finally we have a brand new suit, which is what is it called? The Resilient suit. And it's been designed by a Marvel illustrator, Gabriel Del Otto. And I can't remember what it looked like. It didn't jump out at me as like, oh man, that's just mind-blowingly insane. It was kind of like spider armor, but with spiders or Spider-Man design. You know, I don't know. I can't remember it.
Spider armor with spiders.
Well, it looked like Spider-Man costume, but armored ever so slightly.
So almost like the Iron Spider.
But still Spider-Man's costume. Very weird. I'm not going to go into details. Just look it up. I can't remember. I'm trying to. I'm grabbing from memory. I can't remember. It didn't grab my attention.
Are we still supposed to be doing quickets? We're just giving you the headlines, guys. You do your own research.
Yeah, that's quickets. Go look at the costume, or just wait until Tuesday, and then you can see it. The next thing I've got is Sean Bean will be appearing in a very special elusive target mode or mission in Hitman 2.
You think he'll die?
Of course he'll die.
He always
That's
dies.
the whole purpose of him being there. He's going
Right?
to die. I don't think
I kind of love that they're adding these things into it. I had a lot of fun with a lot of those in this last iteration of Hitman. Mm-hmm. It's a lot of fun.
So,
and I love that they have a good enough sense of humor to allow themselves to be
absolutely,
murdered
yeah.
in these games.
Because you know
He has died
that's
in
what
every movie he's been in.
just about.
I don't know.
maybe there's
Him or
one.
Jeffrey Dean Morgan, who gets killed more? I don't know.
Sean Bean.
Yeah.
You think? All right.
You can't
Yeah.
touch that. He dies every time.
Mega Man 11 could see DLC in the future. I don't know what they could do to add more to the game, but hey, more Mega Man. I'm happy.
They just
There you
make
go.
him red and add a boss fight.
Still got to play the game. Get this. I was going to throw this in weird news, and it's like, what the hell? It doesn't matter. A player created Bowsette and Boozette in Soul Calibur 6. I looked at the designs. It was kind of impressive.
Yeah?
I mean, it was like, oh, wow, okay. So I don't know how you did that, but cool.
Nice.
So how about that? Now you can play those characters in the game if you
No,
want.
I'm not going to.
I'm not either. This is for you, buddy.
Thanks.
You're going to be excited about this.
Is it about zombies?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Super
see, I
Mario
thought you were going to
Odyssey.
throw in something about
Damn it. What?
sex for him because he hasn't
it.
asked
No, no, no.
about that yet.
No, he's well, not yet. You haven't given him time.
Oh.
Super Mario Odyssey
Oh,
is
you-
releasing a zombie skin for Mario.
I don't. That is cool, but I don't care.
You would play that game if
If I had it, I would play the shit out of
you
it
would play
as
the
Mario
game with a zombie skin.
with the zombie skin.
Yes,
Yes,
you would
I
never change it.
No, I wouldn't. I would never change it.
I know you would. So there you go. Now you can play Mario as a zombie.
I can't play Mario as a zombie. I don't have a Switch.
Well, if you do, the option will be there
I'm not getting
for
a
when you
Switch.
do.
Not doing it.
If it ever comes down to it,
It's not ever going to come down to it.
if it ever does.
I'm going to buy a sticker of it.
Okay.
Can I do that?
Mario zombie sticker.
I wonder if I can get it on my iPhone.
Probably.
Yeah, I'm going to do that.
Just try that.
I just want the Mario with just one sticker. I don't want a pack of stickers. I just want one damn sticker.
One sticker. Well, it's out there now. It's official. Mario is a zombie now.
Yeah.
Now you're happy.
Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
I didn't mean to spit on you, by the way.
Well, I didn't notice, but
Good.
Thanks.
Right there on your arm. Sorry.
Please rub it off.
Got it.
Dream Daddy is coming to PlayStation 4. How about that?
I
damn.
kept seeing this name, Dream Daddy, and I'm like, I don't get the name.
But
I think it's a dad
if you want
dating
it-
simulator, right?
Yeah, okay, that's what I thought it was because I think I read that and I was
Right.
like, I stopped right there.
So,
I feel like I've seen it a little bit, but I've not played it myself.
so you're a single dad, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you just got to go meet other.
Is this where you try to sneak and get booty like while the little girl's in the house? Because where is she?
know.
You got to take her with you. You're a single dad.
Perhaps.
I mean, you have
Maybe she goes to
babysitters.
school.
No, you can't. That comes at level 5.
Oh, all right, fair enough. Yeah, gotta have enough points to cash in.
Yeah,
Does
yeah.
she not go to school?
That's not during. I mean, this is at night. The girls don't play until night.
All right. I don't know. But you can play that now with the Director's Cut.
God damn, that's like remastered. The Red Faction remastered.
And finally, since we were talking about FMVs last week, Double Switch is coming to
Yes.
the PS4 and Steam on December 11th with a limited physical run coming to the PlayStation 4. Do you remember Double Switch?
I remember the name. I remember the name of so many of those games you talked about last week.
Dude,
but I have
I've
not
been
played
trying to
any
get
of
this
them.
game to work again for so long. And when I heard that it was the same people who did remastered Night Trap.
Yep.
And then,
And this is-
honestly, I was talking with somebody trying to get it to work, and they were like, hey, I just saw this tweet. And I don't know, it was like maybe 3 or 4 months ago. And I was like, oh, I guess I just got to have patience because they're going to get my money again. Corey Haim, come on!
Yeah, Corey Haim. Wasn't Arlie Ermy in that? The guy from Full Metal Jacket?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I saw him in
think
there.
I think so. It's weird to see them in HD. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was watching the trailer.
But they have, isn't it weird that they all have kind of this feel to them, this look to them? Because when I was watching it, I was like, it screams full motion video.
It's just, they were so bizarro then. Like, I just don't
Yeah.
even understand. Like, I don't recall, maybe were our movies that weird at that time? Like, did I just mentally block that whole
I don't
thing
recall them
from
being that weird.
What year?
But a lot of the
90s.
FMVs were just freaking weird. Maybe that's why I liked
Yeah.
them so
Oh, yeah.
much. I don't know.
Because they probably got paid $10,000 to do them. They weren't going to try as hard as they could.
No, probably not. All right, gang. It's time for Truth or Trash.
Is there anything about sex?
No.
Okay.
Damn, I was 5 minutes too
All
early.
right. Well, he usually asks during weird news.
Yeah, but you said there was no weird
Oh.
news.
I didn't say that.
Oh, I'll ask again later.
Okay. Get away. There's a fly just...
He has been
Yeah, I
bugging
keep
me the
seeing
whole
it
time.
too. I thought he was
just
just
needs to
trying to
go
be in
on
front of the
somewhere.
camera.
He's a real Richard.
He is. No one will understand what that means. You just have to be there. Okay. I got 3. So are you ready?
All right.
I am so ready, dude.
First, Microsoft
Trash.
will announce at the X18 2018, whatever the hell their conference is. What is that thing?
I don't
Is
know.
that what it's called?
I have no clue.
I don't
Okay,
know.
well, during the show that they
Trash!
did, Microsoft,
Okay, sorry. So during their expo.
Microsoft will announce the return of Banjo-Kazooie.
Truth.
They need this.
They do need that. I'm gonna say with those new studios they acquired that they've got somebody working on it
It
besides
should be rare.
Yeah, but they're not gonna have Rare work on it because they screwed it up
Should
last
be
time.
rare.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do you think?
Truth.
Okay, that's one. Second, WB Montreal is developing 2 open world games based on DC Comics properties.
True.
I was going to say I think there's truth to that also.
I
Feel
think
like
one
I
is
but
Batman.
that, but like now I'm trying to wonder if he's throwing us off by being specific which WB.
And I said
And I
DC
don't have enough
Comics.
confidence.
Yeah. So I think it's Truth. I think it's Batman, which is coming from Rocksteady,
Okay.
and then some other group is making a Justice League game.
Oh. I was
That's
just going to
your
say truth. I
hypothesis,
feel
huh?
like
That's my
he's done more
hypothesis.
research than I.
Okay.
That's just what I've heard.
Okay. Finally,
We got to disagree on one though here, Todd. I can tell he's
No.
disappointed.
Well, you never know. This
No,
might be
I think he likes the truth thing
might be
today.
it.
He's
This
all
might
about
be
the
it.
truth.
The
today.
fact that we'll never know either,
Yeah.
Episode 3 of the final season of The Walking Dead will release this year.
Episode. Oh! I'm thinking of Rick Grimes' final season,
No.
not
Episode
the final
3 of Telltale's The Walking Dead will release this year.
Yes, truth.
I was going to say that could be truth, because if they've cut a deal and we always bought it and they were always working on the next episode, and in theory you got one per month, yes, truth. It's possible,
Well, the whole
so I'm
thing
going to go
was,
with
it was
truth.
going to be done by this year. Before the end of the year, they were going to have it out.
It'll probably be
It'll
like
be-
more of a
it'll be
Christmas
okay.
timey thing and try to cash in on that Christmas
Perhaps.
money. I don't know.
But what I'm saying is, like, I think that they were further along. Like, I
They
think
probably
3 is
were.
almost done.
Okay.
4 will probably be early next year. So
Well,
truth.
So truth.
We
believed all of it today.
All truth.
You didn't bullshit us today.
I didn't try to, anyway. Okay, now are you ready for some weird news?
Is there any sex in it?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, you
We're
did this just for
talking
me.
about
Is it
things that
anal?
I just didn't want to talk about.
It's definitely anal.
Well, I didn't put it in there, but it wouldn't surprise me if it was
I've never
there.
put it in there.
Okay. Good.
Poor guy.
Anyway, so the most popular properties in Japan normally
sex?
have either an anime or a manga attached to them. It's almost a guarantee. Okay, so it's no surprise that Pokemon is one of those. Okay?
Okay.
No way.
Now, you may be interested to learn that Pokemon is not the only manga based on the property, or Pokemon Adventures is the name of a very popular manga here in the States. It's not the first manga based on this property. That reward actually goes to Pokemon Pocket Manga. It was released back in 1996 by Kosaku Anakubo, and it was kind of a gag manga or manga. I'm struggling
really
to say
sure.
either or. Don't judge
I've
me.
always said manga. I don't know.
Manga, whatever. I'm trying to appeal to people who aren't listening. Now, this series ran for about 20 years, from 96 to 2016, and it was a very crude, not safe for work, not intended for children type manga. Okay?
What was the Pokemon? They had breasts and stuff?
Well, let me give you some insight, because this manga has never been seen stateside, like in its entirety. It will never be released here stateside, translated as a proper book. I can't imagine anybody would do it, because the moment Pokemon's attached to it,
Oh, I imagine
Kids
someone
want
would
it.
do it. Not legally, but
okay,
someone would
maybe
do
somebody,
it.
but it'd have to be one of those dark web things that you can't put out on store shelves. Because let me give you some insight into what's in the book, right?
Please do.
Okay. There's a scene where a Pokemon known as a Clefairy is telling its trainer, trying to teach it how to catch Pokemon. And it instructs him, which is weird that a Pokemon would tell the trainer how to catch Pokemon. I don't know. Anyway, the Clefairy says, pull out your Pokeballs. And the trainer drops trowel and shows his balls.
Well, that's what he was talking about, right?
No.
Oh.
Not his Pokeball. His
That's
Pokeball.
what I call my balls, my Pokeballs.
Okay.
Well,
Now, another scene shows a Charmander, which is a little fiery dinosaur-looking thing, trying to run off with its trainer's testicles.
Ow.
So it has a hold of them, yanking them, pulling them. Yeah.
And he likes it.
No, he was in pain. A lot of pain. A lot of pain. Don't know why he was doing that. I didn't read the translation, but there it was. Then it just gets into real classy stuff, like watching Pikachu take massive dumps everywhere.
No way.
Okay.
I feel, he looks like that kind of guy.
Then we
does.
even see someone lighting a fart on Charmander's flammable little tail.
That's what you use her for.
So I'm just, it's got to be a gag, right? But it's official. That's the weird part. It's an official manga.
Everything's official in Japan.
So It's out there. If you want to see some
Every place in
R-rated
the world's
Pokemon,
got their own sense of humor.
They do.
I mean, as I say, everyone's got to be doing something, you know?
In America, we elect Donald Trump as the president.
Yeah, Japan, they got some wild ones. But we're not done. We're not done.
No.
I got another one.
I don't know that I could handle anymore.
You're going to have to handle this.
Is it more about Pokemon, or?
Is it more sex?
No, but
okay.
It's about anatomy.
A dangus?
Did you know that Rockstar Games' attention to detail with Red Dead Redemption 2 is so precise that you can see your horse's balls shrivel in the cold weather?
I am so going to check this out.
Yes.
I swear I am.
That was one of the first things I had heard about this game, believe it or not.
I wonder if he'll make a comment like, "Dang, boy, it's cold out, ain't it?"
I mean,
when he walks
why
around behind the
not?
horse.
Like,
If
everything
you're
is
gonna allow
supposedly so correct about it. I just want to know, like, person whose job it was to do this in the game.
Yeah.
Is
You are
that
the
why we're
nut
working
animator.
100-hour work weeks right now?
But I mean,
Wait.
as weird as that is, it's pretty
That's awesome.
pretty weird. But think about if they put that much attention to detail on the weather for your balls to shrivel.
Mm-hmm.
The horse's balls.
The
To my
rest-
understanding, those are the only balls we're seeing, but I don't know.
We don't know if we
We
can
don't know. He's got
see
pants on.
our own balls. There might be a nude scene in there. We don't know about.
We don't know. Yeah.
But
Please, God, let there be a nude.
who's to say how detailed everything else in the game might be?
Oh, I can already tell you it is.
Just
I can't wait.
little things.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited for it. But yeah,
It's like
that's
Horizon Zero Dawn, like the ants running on the trees. Mm-hmm. It's just little
Oh,
things
yeah.
like that.
Yeah, little things like that. They make everything seem more alive. Mm-hmm. In a way.
Well, I mean, it is a 160 gigabyte install file. So
with
45
that much-
gigs is the horse balls, and then
It's 2 discs.
You know.
I've heard it's 2 discs.
Is
I
it?
haven't heard that.
In Japan, the back of the disc of the case, I can't talk now, says 2 discs.
All right, is this like the ultimate collector's edition that they're doing for $100? Maybe one of
don't
them's
know.
like
I have no
special
clue.
stuff on there.
They said you will be able to play the entire game from the disc is what is playable from the disc, from what I understand. So I'm wondering if one of them in a big download and the other one is the game. Something like that.
Yeah, like back in the day with the CD-ROM games, where like the first couple were just the install, and then like the third one was what you actually played the game from.
That's what I'm wondering.
Oh, maybe kids nowadays will learn the struggle.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Or midway through the game, they got to insert disc 2.
Yeah,
just like,
insert disc 2. My immersion.
Guess what time it is?
Why don't you just tell me?
I'd buy that for $1.
Because I would have said, what the hell did you just say? We'd have got it wrong.
You know how this stuff
Can't
works
remember
by
every
now?
week. Every week I
Damn
forget.
it.
Only one I remember is quick hits.
All right, guys. I have 3.
All right, what you got?
I'm trying to make up for lost time here, all right? Because I've kind of let you guys down, not really having a lot to go on. So I got you.
Okay,
some
is it
goodies.
Halloween? Is there
right.
zombies?
I'm excited.
No.
I'm probably not going to buy it in October if it don't have zombies in it.
Well, there might be some other things here that will catch your attention. Okay. First thing I've got. Nintendo-themed items.
No.
Kind of seem like a safe bet most of the time, It's high quality, whatever it is. You're going to be paying top dollar for it. It's officially licensed. It's great, right? But I understand that you guys maybe aren't into Nintendo characters all that much. But maybe I can sway you just a little bit, okay?
You have to work really hard.
Now, might I interest you in a Super Mario beanbag chair that looks like a boo?
A boob.
A boo.
Oh.
The ghost.
The guy that said a boob. I'm like, a boob?
No.
So he was on board until you clarified.
Yeah.
Now, hang on.
That is kind of cool.
Okay. Oh,
Now,
there's more.
how big do you think this is?
This thing has to be like a full body one.
Like, give
Oh,
me
I
give me
was
some.
thinking just a regular size beanbag chair. I don't know how
no.
big those actually
No,
are.
no,
Is this the Big Daddy Boo? The
This
big
is
one?
a 38
Is it
by
like a
28.
chair or is it like the round
No,
bag?
it's a
beanbag?
big round. It looks like a big old boo.
Okay.
It's 38 by 28 by 38. So we're talking about 4 foot tall,
That sounds like Sir
4
Mix-a-Lot's
foot
measurement.
wide, and 3 feet deep.
I'm
Starting to
in.
sound not
How
very
much?
comfortable or something I would get lost in,
But
and I wouldn't
it's
figure out how to get out
it's
of.
massive, okay?
How much is it?
Okay, hang on. Now, this wonderful monstrosity would be a great way to kick back and relax with your favorite shy little ghost. And a wonderful addition to any room, but if Boo is maybe not your bag, then maybe you can find the same comfort in a Snorlax.
What?
As a Pokemon.
Oh, hell no.
Okay.
Pokemon.
Hold
I don't want
on,
anything
hold on.
with Pokemon on it.
A Snorlax is a large Pokemon that sleeps all day. He just sleeps.
Feels like my Uncle Frank.
You know, he'll wake up when he needs to, but he just sleeps. Now, he's probably about the same size as the Boo, so about half the size of a real Snorlax because they're pretty big. Give or take, I don't know. I haven't done the measurements. You can lay right there on top of his massive belly and sink into him, and your buddy will just sit there and you just be snuggled up with your Snorlax and you go, and it's fun, and the two of you can snooze the day away.
Are you Bill Cosby all of
I
a sudden?
did. I don't know why I went there. Because it's all about the
I
getting
just wanted to see
sleeping.
what the
And I gave him
Snorlax
the
looked
building.
like.
Anyway, Snorlax. If you're excited about Snorlax, he is available right now, but he is a top seller, so he could be hard to find.
I don't want him.
Okay.
How much is the Boo?
If you want the Super Mario Boon bag, he will be available on November 19th. I'm willing to sell it to you right now.
$39.
But the price has to be right, and you have to understand that certain sellers, they charge different things.
Wait a minute.
So are we to assume we're buying it from Nintendo?
Yeah, because if you go to this one supplier, they're going to charge you a $40 shipping and handling fee.
Dicks.
Now, if you go to this other place, they're going to charge you a little bit more on the up end, but then you're also going to be paying them like a $12 handling fee. So it's going to kind of come out the same, but not quite, because you probably get it cheaper with the secondary, with the $12.
Just tell me the damn price.
You
So
tell
is
me
this-
how much you're going to pay for
Is
it.
it
$39.
separate items? I could choose either or.
Pick one, but you're going to be paying the same for both, roughly. So which one do you want? And then tell me how much you're willing to
It's an
pay.
official Nintendo license.
And this is a
I
big,
will pay $60
and it's big.
for Snorlax because
Okay,
he's really cute. I just looked him
$69
up.
would be $69, $70. That'd be and I'd want the Boo.
Okay. You two are going to have to pull your money together
Oh God! I
and
knew it was
give
gonna
me
be
$160 for this 4 foot.
when you said it was
big-
officially licensed.
Yeah, because it's big.
Not getting it.
Okay. All right. Well, if y'all don't
Yeah.
want that,
I will pay $60 for Snorlax.
okay.
I would. Yeah, I would pay up.
I'm not selling that to y'all. Y'all put it
more
on
than
layaway
7.
is what you did right now. Okay, Todd.
Yes.
This one's kind of special for you.
Okay.
Okay, now, Lace, you can be a part of this too, but I know I'm gonna sell him. I know I'm gonna sell him.
You're
All right.
pretty confident, huh?
Yeah. Now you're an avid PlayStation gamer, right?
Right.
Okay, you love your PlayStation,
Love it.
right? Okay, would it be fair to say that PlayStation 4 is your favorite gaming console?
Right now, yes.
Okay, would you say that your console deserves the very best?
Well, I mean, I like to take care of it.
Now, would you like to prove how much you love your PlayStation 4 and possibly shower it with some gifts?
Man, I guess.
Okay. You may not have thought this was possible,
Yeah, I don't.
but you can game in style. You can show your PlayStation 4 how much you love it. I present to you the Lux DualShock 4. A premium handcrafted controller coated in 24 karat yellow gold, topped with a triple layer of clear veneer with 18 karat gold buttons adorned with genuine diamonds. Okay?
Uh-huh.
With these two options to choose from, the classic, which is about a fourth of a carat of diamonds, or you can go with the deluxe, which is 2.2 carats of diamonds. This controller is the only way to play your PlayStation and let her know how much she means to you.
What is the clarity of the diamond, Steven?
Genuine.
That's
Is that
not
ain't
the
a
clarity.
damn clarity?
What's the number?
Genuine.
I'm trying to hone in on a price here, man.
4.
We're going to say like 5. I don't know. I didn't ask the grade. But I'm willing to sell it
important
to
in how
you
much
right
we're
now.
charging here.
I mean, you can go for the classic. You can go for the deluxe because you really got to show your PlayStation how much you love it.
Okay, I'll play along. Go ahead. I want to know the price.
Well, how much would you pay for it?
How much you gonna pay for it?
Shit. How much does the controller cost? About $59? Mm-hmm. $70.
$70.
$70.
24
So we're talking about the
gold,
controller,
Yeah.
right?
18 karat. Yeah, we're talking about this guy. He wants to buy a button.
Damn right I want to
Yeah.
buy a button. I ain't trying to buy.
I'm thinking upwards of more like $2,000 or $3,000 if that was all them diamonds you were talking about.
Come on.
God bless.
Come
Oh,
on.
more than? Mm-hmm. That's why I was asking clarity here.
No, I ain't got time. to
Okay,
mess around with you people.
$10,000.
You just bought a classic.
Damn. So
At least-
$15,000 for the deluxe.
At least you. I mean, you got some change coming back to you because that's only going to cost you $8,500. Now, if you want that deluxe, baby,
15,000.
it's $14,000. But
I lost the showcase.
I need to meet the people that's got the money to spend on this stuff.
You have.
I
His
do
name
not
is
have
P.
that
Diddy.
kind of class of friends, and I need to open up my horizons a little bit.
Jay-Z's got one of these. Jay-Z and Beyonce, when they play zombies, baby, get the deluxe and the classic out.
That's right.
Okay, boo.
So there you go. Y'all don't want this?
No.
I'm disappointed.
Oh, no.
Man, that
I
was
thought
too
y'all was gonna
much.
buy
I can't,
one of these.
That's like a car, motherfucker. I can't.
Yeah. I was going to say, there's a lot I could get for 15.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to come back.
Okay.
Baby, come back.
Now, I know I can sell you guys some Fallout gear, right?
Yeah, you
Yes.
got it. Yeah.
So what if I could sell you the Fallout Platinum Edition? Fallout 76 Platinum Edition comes with everything you never knew you wanted and nothing you bought it for. Now, what I mean by that is, first, we have the collector's case with a foil accented logo and magnetic closure feature. Then we have a numbered piece of Fallout 76 concept art printed on high quality paper. 3 mini journals, a pack of postcards, a double-sided poster, 5 beverage coasters, and a collector's edition guide complete with a code for a digital version of the guide. This is a jam-packed edition that comes out on December 14th, a month after the game comes out, and you can pre-order it right now.
It's my little girl's
So
birthday.
talk to me. What are we paying?
And that's the game, right? It's not
Does it
just
have
like
the
special
helmet
pack.
thing in it too, or
Did I
is it
say
just
the game?
only the things you
I
described?
didn't hear. I don't know. Did you say that the game is involved?
Did I say the game was in it? Because I don't remember saying the game was in it.
I know.
Oh, I
don't
thought
want
you
the damn
said
thing
complete
then.
with a code.
for
Complete
the
with a
guide.
code for a digital version of the guide.
Yeah, that's what I thought I heard.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, that seems
See,
sneaky.
I didn't promise you anything about a game.
So yeah, so that's what I was wondering because they're doing that a lot with collector's editions here lately. So I'm gonna pass on that.
But how much you gonna pay if you did?
If I did get it, I would pay $120.
Man, I'm selling that to you right now. But you gotta still go out and buy the game, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm with you. I would not, because like the game should just come with this. I'm gonna say 85.
Okay. I mean, you still gonna have to pay more, and his difference ain't gonna help. But I mean, you're trying. This is a $115 collector edition that you do not get a game with, but you get postcards, you get coasters.
High quality paper.
That's right,
High
high
quality
quality
paper.
paper. Come on, people.
Postcards.
Double-sided poster, because I look on both sides of my wall.
Yeah.
That's
'Cause
right.
on one week
You just
can
hang
have
it from the
that.
ceiling.
Swap walls and turn
That's
it around
right.
at the same time. Like, well, you got a new poster.
So how about that? How about
Same
that?
damn
That's awesome.
poster.
For when you shake your way out of your home.
Yeah.
It's like I want to see this in on my way out.
Yeah.
Right?
Says goodbye.
All right, gang. I got some release dates. You ready for some release dates?
I'm so
it.
ready because I know one of them is on there that I want to hear.
Okay, on October 22nd, which is today, we got Disgaea 5 Complete for PC. Who's played that? Has somebody played that? Do we
Two
know
people
anybody that's
have probably
that?
played that. Is it Dissidia or Disgaea?
That's what I was
don't
going to say.
know.
I feel like I've heard that. But see, again, we don't know. We need to have Siri in here or something, so you'd be like,
We
hey,
need
Siri.
somebody who knows how to say. Correct me on Twitter.
We need words. People who
Yes,
know words.
I need to know how to say this stuff right because I don't go looking for this stuff. I just have to read it. So that's on the 22nd.
That's
now,
the fun part. I don't want anybody to help you because I like to see you kind of mess up.
I know. Everybody, that's the humor in it. Now, on the 23rd, hey, it's your birthday!
It's your birthday.
Party like it's my birthday.
On October 23rd, this is the game you've been waiting for, dude. Paw Patrol on a Roll.
No, fuck that.
Yeah!
That is for the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch, and PC. Then we got Windjammers for Nintendo Switch. Gwent, the Witcher card
That's
game.
it. That's the one.
That's it. For PC.
No, it's not coming to PS4.
Nope. Then we got Just Dance 2019 for PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and Nintendo Switch.
I know somebody excited for that.
Thronebreaker for PC, which is the Witcher Tales game. Then we got Bass Pro Shops. That's what it is. The Strike Championship Edition for Nintendo Switch.
I hate
what-
fishing in games.
What about City Skylines Industries? See, I can't even say that. Industries DLC. How about that? You want that? All right. Well, that's coming for PC. Nickelodeon Kart Racers.
Damn.
Woo!
No.
PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch.
Is that Drake versus Josh?
No, that'd be more like SpongeBob versus Rocco's Modern Life, or Jimmy Neutron meets.
I'm gonna be honest. If that game is good and handles good and is fun, I would probably play it with those characters.
Well, good. They want you to play it. We also got, as we mentioned earlier, Marvel Spider-Man: The Heist DLC for PlayStation 4. Cabela's The Hunt Championship Edition.
No.
Nope. Okay, well, that's come out for the Nintendo Switch. Spintiri's Mud Runner. American Wilds
Nailed
DLC.
it.
And the American Wilds Edition for PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC. Party Arcade for Nintendo Switch.
There's
And
a lot coming out.
Yeah,
Jeez.
and Project High Rise Architects Edition for Xbox One.
For
Any of that?
Xbox One only?
There it might be on one of the other. I don't see it.
I guess I didn't know that was on console, Project High Rise.
Well, we'll get there. It might come around somewhere. We'll see. I'm not done with them.
Nope.
On October 25th, we have Party Hard 2 for PC, which I kind of want to play. I wouldn't mind checking that out. I would kind of like
If it comes in a humble, I'll play it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to actively go out and buy it, but I would like to try. 7 Billion Humans for the Nintendo Switch. Pinstripe for the Nintendo Switch. You know what? The rest of these are for the Nintendo Switch. I'm not going to say it again.
Perfect.
Chicken Range, Car Quest, Black and White Bushido, Eternium X, Super Hyperactive Ninja, Puzzle Wall, Storm in a Teacup, Friday the 13th Killer Puzzle, and Word Puzzles by Paugi.
Dumb.
All right. Then on October 26th, we have the game everybody's been waiting for, Red Dead Redemption 2.
That's the one.
For PlayStation
Okay, virtual
4.
high five.
For PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. We also have Halloween Pinball for Nintendo Switch. My Hero Ones.
You
That
spelled
doesn't make
wrong.
it. No, I didn't misspell that. I copied that. My Hero One's Justice for PlayStation 4 and Nintendo Switch. I copied and pasted. Somebody else screwed it up, not me. Then we also have.
Or
Bendy
that's just
and-
what it's called.
Yeah, you never know.
What the hell did you just say?
It doesn't make sense. That's right. We also have Bendy and the Ink Machine coming to PlayStation 4. Plus,
all you.
Plus, Episode 5 is coming out on PC. Now, what is the deal behind that? Because I know that there's somebody lurking about, always talking about it, and they're just so excited about the game. Okay. So we just assume that somebody's a fan.
We do have a viewer who's very excited about the game. Is very just likes the game. Is a huge fan. So
Well, there's
I know he's been very
always a good
excited
thing for
about
fans.
the release of it all coming out.
I heard a song from that game. Like, it got brought up to me. It was kind of catchy, but I don't remember what it was.
I can't believe that Red Dead Redemption 2 released on the same day. Like, is it not scared it's going to lose, like, sales to it?
Care? They don't care.
I mean, most of the people probably already have bought the entire thing, and they've just been.
No, I'm talking about
waiting
Red
for the
Dead
last-
Redemption 2.
Oh,
Why-
okay.
They
Then
should have
yeah,
come out
no.
a day earlier.
Oh, okay.
Gotcha.
should have.
You
but
know
they
they're
didn't.
scared.
But see,
they had all
Too
these-
scared.
They had to compete with all these Nintendo Switch titles. They couldn't do that.
They're so scared, dude.
But hey, also on October 26th, we have Castlevania Requiem,
Oh, I'm
which is
so
the
excited for
Symphony
that.
of the Night and Rondo of Blood for collection for the PlayStation 4. Then we also have 911 Operator plus special resources. Everyday Matters DLC. Jesus. It's for the Nintendo Switch. It's so hard sometimes. I don't understand what's going on. Then on October 28th, we have My Hero One's Justice for Xbox One and PC.
One's Justice.
One's
Like the
Justice.
number one, or I have
Yeah.
won
Oh,
something.
No,
My
my
Hero-
hero, and then the probably semicolons or something. One's Justice. What if that's how it is?
I didn't see a semicolon.
I think they
I
forgot
didn't
to
see
put
a
it in.
colon. I saw nothing. All right, but you know what? It is time for...
What the hell did you just say?
That's right. Okay, so I had quite a list, and you heard some of it yesterday, and you're going to hear more of it today. Oh, yeah. It's going to change. Different. It's not the same list, so you can't come up with new answers. Yeah.
Oh, is he peeking?
No, I just,
No,
I mean,
I can't read.
these are different from the stream, so you're not going to get to see the same
Oh,
thing.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah. All right, Lace, you'll start with Rainbow Cult.
Rainbow Cult. Wow, I feel like we kind of talked about one almost close to this last week. I think it's just Rainbow Bright came back, and now she's got an edge, yo. She started her own cult, the Cult of Rainbow Bright. And your goal is to basically spread the good word of Rainbow Bright amongst this little town, just unsuspecting. Kind of like Scientology.
Okay.
It just
Yeah,
influxes
sure.
in. Yeah, you know. Could be a cult builder. There you go.
Cult builder.
Todd, Skeletal Dance Party.
Oh my God, it's like Manuel Samuel. Mm-hmm. You have to manually move every body part, but make the skeleton dance.
Okay.
And that's what it's about.
3 buttons.
I bet this is just like a phone app where that's what you do is you push these 3 buttons and see what happens. And it would totally sucker me in because I'm always I want to push the button.
I want to push that button.
And it costs $1.99 on the App Store.
It used to be 99 cents. They raised the price.
That eject.
Raised in popularity.
Find differences.
Oh, it's just this. What's different in this side from this side? It's like that kind of game. And you have to find the differences.
No, find differences, not the differences.
Find differences, yeah.
That's right.
Sorry.
Lonk's Adventure.
Lonk's
Yeah.
Adventure?
Kind of like Bonk's Adventure, but Lonk.
Oh, okay, so this is a 2D platformer, side-scroller, obviously, about Lonks, who looks like those little Lorax characters. Half that, half troll. And you're just kind of going through his life from birth until the end while he does ninja moves as far as fighting goes and picks flowers.
He's got to get those flowers. That's how he gets.
That's
his
how you
power.
get your life back, you know?
Yeah.
You stop and pick a flower and smell one or two, maybe.
Running Naked Simulator 2019.
Can you use it in a sentence, Alex? Running Naked Simulator 2019. You're just you have to run naked. It's like streaking, but you can't get caught.
Okay.
And it's 2019, so it's for next year.
So he can't do it yet.
No.
Don't come out until January 1st.
Don't feed the monkeys.
Don't feed the monkeys? Oh, well, you're totally feeding the monkeys. So it's like you're at the zoo, and I think it's just one of those really short games, free games that you probably download. And if you're a little kid and you look over your shoulder, and every time mom isn't looking, you slip the monkey a banana or something.
Yes.
But when mom looks, the monkey slaps the kid.
Yes, I
So
agree.
it's a
There has to be
delicate
some kind of
balance.
brutality in there.
Tank Bung.
Tank Bung.
Yeah.
Oh my God. It sounds like something to do with a butthole
Well, it could be.
in a tank. Tank bung.
Tank bung.
My God. Okay, like there's a tank and there's a bung hung in it,
Okay.
and a bung is your character. And it's like a side-scrolling platformer. Just to get out, you have different tanks that you get in. Once you're out of the tank, you get thrown in another tank, and it's just bunches of tanks you got to get your little bung out of. What is a bung?
I don't know. It's a term. Term of endearment, maybe. I don't know.
And they shoot everything with a bidet.
A bidet. I have my bidet gun.
Stay out of the house.
Oh, it's totally a Hello Neighbor ripoff. So, your goal, of course, is to try to get in. And so they're trying to keep you out. But the big kicker is, the secret is they actually want you to come inside the house and keep you in the basement.
Okay.
Because it's got to get dark. All these games are too happy.
You ready?
I don't know. After tank bung, I don't know.
When he does that look, man.
Button pals, take one home with you.
Button pals.
No, button.
Like budding beef. I don't know why that's what my example was.
Budding, like flowers?
Yeah,
There you
but
go. That was
button.
probably better.
There's no G. They're button
No, like the
pals.
slang version.
Hey, man, they're budding. We're budding.
Button pals, buddy.
Take one home.
Take one home with you.
You're totally a flower salesman. You have a cart set up, and you have to feed these plants and make them like healthy and grow, and they bud together, and you have to send them home with somebody.
Okay. You want to do me a favor?
Mm-hmm.
You want to turn that light on? It's
Yeah.
getting dark in here. Yeah.
Everything gets dark at some point or another.
There you go. Look at that. Woo!
Oh my
That
God,
color
I
again.
look like Teen Wolf. Look.
What do we got here? Dig up a good one.
Oh, man.
Give her Tang Bung. What was it?
No.
Bung Tang?
Tank bung.
Tank Bung.
Bong. Okay. Pumpkin Death Garden.
Damn it, that's tricky.
Pumpkin
It's
Death
hard.
Garden. Oh, it's totally a bunch of basic white bitches trying to get to their pumpkin spice lattes. And you're that one person that's just trying to get your regular coffee and you're trying to fight them all off. And it's all about the power of the laser eyes. Yeah, it got sci-fi on you too to start getting them all out of the way so you can just get your regular freaking coffee, man.
That's only if you get power-ups, though.
That's true. When you finally get like a sip of regular coffee and then
Right.
more of them just get right in the way and you're like, you know what? Bitch.
All right, Todd, and we'll finish off with Combo Jumper.
Combo Jumper.
Mm-hmm.
Your guy levels up with the more stuff that he jumps, right?
Okay.
But your ultimate goal is to get these combinations of things combined. They get bigger and bigger and bigger because you can jump higher and higher and higher. Mm-hmm. And it's basically just like an Evel Knievel type game. You level up your motorcycle and your guy, and he's got ragdoll physics. So when you wreck, he wrecks real good. You know, if you break your arm, it costs you money to fix it.
Okay.
I would totally play it.
I mean, okay, sure. Yeah. All right, that was all we had. That's all I'm going to do because, some of these...
we're just not
Well,
we're just not on the money today, Todd. He's like, you know what?
Yeah. I mean, it's just...
Let's give them a break.
that's fine. It's fine. Y'all had it hard yesterday, so today is
Yeah.
a little rough. It's fine. Okay.
Remember that one?
So, what with, we had the
Totally
stream.
nailed that one, man.
We had the stream and everything. We had so much going on this week or last week. I struggled to get it, the news and everything done. I worked tirelessly, and I
You
didn't
did
even
a
think.
fantastic job, though, man. Seriously.
I don't even think that this. Again, we're recording this in the future, the past, or whatever. You know what it is. We're just recording. I'm hoping that people got to see. I'm hoping people got to see something I had been working on endlessly throughout the week.
I hope so.
Because I don't know if I'll be done. Hoping. But anyway, since
I have the faith, man.
Since I was spending a lot of time doing that, I had to come up with a review or something to talk about this week. And you know what? I kind of fell back on something because I kind of had the icon already kind of set, and I thought, you know what? This will be easy. What the hell? So we're gonna talk about a game that I love, and I know you two probably have a fondness for.
I've got it right over there.
Maniac Mansion.
Boom.
Okay. Because back in 1997, Lucasfilm Games, this was released by them as their first self-published product, and it was conceived by Ron Gilbert and Gary Winnick. It's a game that follows the story, if you don't know, by the way, it follows the story of Dave Miller as he attempts to rescue his girlfriend from a scientist who's being mind-controlled by a sentient meteor. It's as insane as it sounds, trust me.
Yes.
Okay? But based on the description alone, it should be no surprise that the game took inspiration from old B-movies of the same vein. As the story is one of the greatest highlights of the game, I feel like that the strong narrative helps the game immensely. But I'm not saying that the game is bad without it, but I feel like it helps it elevate it to a classic status. You know, this could have easily been one of those games like, oh yeah, I kind of remember that, but the story really just, I feel like it cements it. You know what I mean?
I do too.
It just, whatever it is about the story. Now, even though the game was actually released originally on the Commodore 64 and the Apple II, shows how far we've gone, the Apple II, I was actually only familiar with the Nintendo version. And were either of you? Yeah. Did you?
Yeah, I have the Nintendo version one right over.
But I mean,
I
did either of you play the Commodore or the Apple?
No.
So
I mean, I remember having a Commodore 64. I never played the game on it.
I played Ghostbusters mostly on a Commodore 64.
Now, I mean, for me personally, going back and looking at those versions, I always kind of felt like the Nintendo one was the superior version because it ran better.
Yeah.
And it was just, it seemed sleeker. Like they kind of gave it the old once around. And it had music. You know, that was another interesting part about it. Because the other games didn't have music.
Okay,
but
I didn't even know that.
I'm sure that there would be some people that disagree because I didn't realize how heavily edited, but I had heard that the NES version was heavily censored. Which I didn't realize that there was a big censor, but we'll get to that. Now, as far as the music goes, one of the factors that actually elevates this version a bit, in my opinion, was the fact that it had music. The publisher of the NES version, which is Jaleco, another one of those long-forgotten publishers of the day way back when, they actually sourced outside help to acquire music and were presented with, get this, George the Fat Man Sanger and his band, along with composer David Hayes. They composed the score, just riffing some tracks, throwing them all down, and then they were given to whoever they were outsourced to. They converted them into NES chiptune formats, and then now we have the music. In fact, I found this out as nice little trivia. Dave's theme, which is the main character, was actually a take on The Boys Are Back in Town by Thin Lizzy. Didn't realize it, and I was like, okay, maybe I can.
Well, now I'm going to have to go back and listen to it.
It's playing right now, people, so if you think it sounds like, hey, that's The Boys Are Back in Town. Kind of, sort of, maybe. Not quite, but kind of is. So, I don't know. I thought that was kind of neat. And I know I usually talk about music toward the end, but I'm playing it loose today, people.
Real loose.
Keeping you on your toes.
Right. Now, as far as the gameplay goes, it's all simple enough. Point and click, you know. In fact, this was actually part of the NES version I don't like because the game was meant for a mouse.
Yeah.
You know, and trying to
you could
control
definitely tell it was a little harder with the controller.
With a point and click adventure like this, you needed a mouse. It just, that was always one of those things that I was just sitting there thinking, it's like, God, you know what? If there was just some way they could do this.
To get a mouse.
Anything,
Mario
you know?
Paint. That was Super Nintendo.
But still, it would have worked.
Yeah.
Anyway, but that was neither here nor there. We're still fun. Now, what's interesting about the game's interface is it was actually designed specifically for this game to avoid command lines, which are featured in other games like this title of the same genre at the time. There were games like Sierra Online's own original text adventure, King's Quest, which I kind of talked about the remake recently, were very much an example of this style, and it was ironically that particular title that inspired how they were going to approach Maniac Mansion. But Gilbert absolutely hated the way it was presented. You know, he's like, I don't like this command text nonsense. So he created a game engine that was called Scum, SCUMM, and that actually became the standard in which a lot of Lucasfilm games were made from there on, up until they had to upgrade it, I guess.
I feel like I've heard that before.
Probably have. It's a well-known engine.
Yeah.
Now let's look at the characters, because this game's got quite a few interesting bits. We've got a few that really shape the game as a whole. First, like we said, we got Dave, because he's the constant protagonist. You always have Dave in your party. That's a constant. Now, what made this game so unique for me at this time wasn't really the ability to select characters, because you can kind of do that in other games, but it was what these characters added to your journey. They weren't just random selected characters, like say, hey, I'm going to pick this girl and I'm going to pick that kid, and it doesn't matter who I really choose because they're all the same. No, they are all fundamentally different in some way or another to change how the story goes. Again, another just mind-blowing thing for me at that age, because I'm just sitting there thinking, oh my God, things change. This isn't the same ending. This isn't the same story. Things change. And it was just insane for that particular type of game at that time. So, examples of these characters outside of Dave, you had Sid and Razor. They were kind of the musicians of the group. I think Razor, she could play guitar, and Sid was more of a piano man.
I think so, yeah.
I think that's right. Then Bernard, who's the group genius, so to speak. He can repair many, many things, but he can also be quite a tuna head, and he's a coward. Then there's Michael, who's the talented photographer, Wendy, the skilled writer, and then Jeff, the overall loser of the group, because, you know, Bernard can do everything he can, so he's pointless. Other than not being scared of things, but Bernard can do so much more, so why not just take the coward, you know?
Right.
Jeff's a loser. He shouldn't be there. Now, each of the characters' skill sets, except for Jeff, can alter the way the game ends. Although, if I'm not mistaken, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong here, some combinations can actually put you into a sticky situation that can only lead to death. Because I've been stuck in the pool before, and the only way out is to hit that button. Like,
Or all of you got trapped in the basement and there was nobody to pull the gargoyle to let you out.
Yeah. So
Like it was one of those games I remember, if you used something too soon or whatever, like that was just that. There wasn't anything to respawn and go back and try again. Like you were just stuck and had to start the game over.
And that would just be one of those like, God, why?
And you wouldn't know it until you were in it.
Yeah.
It was just
because
oh,
you just
shit,
start looking, it's
I'm
like,
in
is
it.
there any way out of this? Nope. Okay.
Damn it.
And also to mention, if you don't know this, we do, but our audience might not. Should one of your teammates die, you can also be put into one of those situations. Like maybe you needed Bernard to fix something for you. Maybe he died before he got it done. Well, if he's dead, you better figure out another way, because that's the only way it's happening.
Y'all go get Jill.
Yeah. Well, no, Jeff already went home. So, yeah, you only get two. If someone dies, that's it. You
No
can't
cell phones back
whip
then.
in another one.
Couldn't call Jill. Okay.
So
And there was no going back to a save game.
No, absolutely
Dealt with
not.
it.
So, I mean, that was always kind of an interesting element, because it's one of those things I love and I hate at the same time, because there are some games, when you get stuck, it's like, well, this is bullshit. You know, you can't put me here and put me in an unwinnable situation. But in this situation, it's all kind of servicing the story in a way. So it works. It's almost like a puzzle that you haven't spent 40 or 50 hours getting stuck on. You know, it's something that can be played within a short amount of time. So if you get stuck, it's like, well, I've just got to rethink how I do this. So I kind of like that about it, even though it was frustrating at times. Now, I mentioned the story earlier, and even though the story is pretty cut and dry, how it is told is what makes the game unique for me. If you enter a room, you pick up an item, one of these things may actually trigger a cutscene. I remember walking I think it was through the kitchen, and then who was it? Ed Jr. or the kid?
I'm trying to remember what part you're talking about. In the fridge?
Well, you're walking through the kitchen or something like that, or maybe no, you went through the kitchen, you went through the dining room, you found like a storage room, you start coming back through, and then one of the kids, like their kid upstairs, the scientist kid, is like, I'm hungry, I want to go for a snack.
I need a snack, yeah.
And it's just random out of the blue. You're just walking, minding your own business. So this kid's coming down there. So you have to be aware of that and wait for him to get his snack and go back to his room. Because if you just happen to waltz in there before he's gone back to his room, he's going to find you and be like, hey, come back here and start a chase or catch.
And I don't recall that they let you know exactly when he leaves. Like, you just have to kind of gauge. Yeah.
And even the mother could be in there from time to time.
That was what I was wondering, if like,
Yeah.
because sometimes she was already in the refrigerator.
And they never told you about that either. It was just one of those like, wait a minute. And then you just stumble in and she's like, come here, you. And that was one of those dynamic things I loved about it, is because they could be wandering the house and you'd never know it.
Which taught me to
Resident
never
Evil
shut
7.
doors.
Yeah, exactly. So
Because you have to go open.
it was just,
and then
it was
go to the
really
door.
interesting how it just created this dynamic way that the house was alive and that there was no rhyme or reason to it. And it just led to this like immediate paranoia. It's like, should I go through here? Are they going to find me? Are they going to catch me? I don't know. So it was really cool. Now, to divert briefly back to the censorship that the game had to endure under Nintendo's licensing policy, even though I do recall the line, don't be a tuna head, being just one of those weird throwaway lines. Is like, that's one of the quirks of the game. It just calls him a tuna head. In the original cut, Dave actually looks at Bernard and says, don't be a shithead. So they couldn't do that in the Nintendo version, obviously. But there were apparently some other things, like some sexually suggestive dialogue, which I don't know where in the game that could have even been. I mean, they may have really cleaned it up so much.
Maybe when you found the girlfriend? I don't know.
Maybe. I mean, that's possible. But
Yeah.
there's that. Maybe and they even said that there were a few images of nudity seen in the game.
So I would
And
like it way better
I was
than-
really trying to figure that one out too, because I was like, maybe a calendar or something, because they said there was maybe like a model or centerfold or something like that. I don't remember.
Well, isn't there like you find a book or something in the dude's room? Maybe that got switched around
be.
from something. They found a
Yeah.
Playboy or something like that.
Very well
As one
could
of the
be.
mission items or a letter or something that you find.
So there were some questionable things, but that also kind of it lays out kind of the show how PCs never really had a standard of rating. You know, they just do whatever they want. I mean, I've really noticed that PC games seem to be able to get away with a lot more.
Yeah.
Like the Wild West.
But again, with Nintendo, I mean,
Well,
it's
that's
their
still geared more
standards.
for kids.
Yeah.
So I can
It
understand.
was always about their standards. I never realized that. You know, I just thought, well, that's just games how they are. If I'd have known about this back in '85, I'm like, well, what the hell? What am I doing playing a console for? You know, you'd want the dirty
Yeah.
version.
Well, PC wasn't really commonplace yet. So.
Sure, exactly. I mean, I don't recall the Tandy blowing me away when I was playing that, and then I seen, you know, Super Mario Brothers going, you know, that does look better than Dino Wars. You know.
And Leisure Suit Larry.
But anyway, the game had plenty of praise over the years, no matter what platform it's been on. I know it's been remade, some PC. I don't even think it was an official PC remake.
No,
May have
and
been
it
some-
doesn't look the same quite at all. Like,
No.
I mean, you could tell they scene for scene did the dialogue and everything. But
Yeah. So, I mean, I would love to see an official release. I don't know if that'll ever happen. I think there's some
Or
legalities.
like an actual full-on remake, but with today's graphics and things like that,
Yeah.
where it's not a point-and-click adventure. Like that would
Like
be
they did Day of the
freaking
Tentacle.
cool.
Oh, for sure. Even if they took the route very much like its sequel, Day of the Tentacle, where they polished it up and everything like that and redid that, I would take that. Wouldn't be perfect, but I'd take it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it did have a sequel. It was actually re-released recently. That's a tongue twister.
Which makes no sense. Why would you not release the first one too?
I really feel like there's legal
Yeah.
things involved. I don't know what they are, but I feel like maybe Disney has a hook on Maniac Mansion, and they did not have the rights or hold on Day of the Tentacle. Could be wrong about that. But I think that's what
It's
it is.
probably a safe bet. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Remember the show on the Family Channel?
I was actually about to bring that up. There was a TV show. I didn't realize this, and it just I actually want to see it now because I have so much more admiration for these guys. The show was actually written by Eugene Levy, and it starred Joe Flaherty.
Yep.
Didn't realize that, but I'd go back and watch it in a heartbeat now.
Dude from Happy
Yeah.
Gilmore. That's where I remember from. You jackass.
So, yeah. So, the game's a classic for many reasons. It holds up well today. If you've never played it, go check it out. Ron Gilbert is a fantastic designer.
Did they not do the cave too? Did they have something to do with the cave?
I think that is that Ron Gilbert.
I feel like it
feel
was.
like it may
I
have
know
been,
the
'cause he
cave
did-
was a lot like Maniac Mansion.
He
Somebody did Maniac Mansion had something to do with the cave. I feel
I think
like
he did because there was another guy involved who designed Maniac Mansion and even designed Day of the Tentacle, which was Tim Schafer. But I think Ron Gilbert did the cave, and he did. What was that new one that just recently came out? Thimbleweed Park.
Oh yeah,
What's
yeah,
that
yeah.
I think
About a year or
he
so
was-
ago. Yeah.
I think he was involved with that.
Thimbleweed Park. Absolutely.
it's a good game.
I don't know. I've wanted to play it. I haven't got around to it.
That same.
Same.
Yeah.
So-
Haven't played it yet.
But anyway, it's great what he did with that game. He went against things that had been done. He wanted to change what was happening at the time, what didn't work for him. I think developers need to kind of take that perspective on what they do now.
Yeah.
Because the moment you say, I'm tired of the way things are, I want to change it, I want to do something different, that's when we get new and unique games. This is when we get change in the industry. People need to start doing more of that. Just my opinion.
It's a pretty good opinion to have.
I think so.
Matches my opinion, so that's why I like it.
Well, good.
If it was different than mine, I'd pretty much just be like, I don't really like your opinion.
Well, good. I don't care either way. But hey, that's our show.
Happy birthday, Lace.
Yeah. Very, very early.
Thank you.
We'd like to thank everyone who listens to our show every week. Appreciate your love and support. Do you want to support the show even more? You can go to patreon.com/pencilandpaperproductions or pencilandpaperproductions.podbean.com and click Become a Patron in the top right-hand corner. Also, if you have a topic you'd like to discuss with us, something you want to share, maybe even tell us about something that amused you this week, you can hit us up on Twitter @SuperMegaCrash or drop us a line at supermegacrash@gmail.com. You can also find us on Instagram and look at those beautiful icons I draw every week.
They're okay.
They're very good.
Well, thank you.
Hit
Tell
that
your
one.
friends to look us up under the Pencil and Paper Podcast Network, which is found on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Podbean, Spotify, wherever you listen to podcasts. We hope everybody enjoyed our stream yesterday. We will probably be seen again maybe in 2 weeks.
Yes.
So
Next week we're at TwitchCon, guys. So.
that's right. So keep your ears
Or this
open.
weekend.
Keep your ears open for a special TwitchCon episode. We may have a few special guests. Then when you join us up for the stream later on, we're going to have more bonus content of all kinds. So it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to have tons
So how many
for you.
episodes do I have to miss?
Just one.
Just one.
Just
Good.
one.
Good. I hate missing episodes.
I'm sorry, dude.
I don't like it.
I'm sorry. Just one.
Just one.
If you want to call in, we can take you like a caller.
Can I call in and act like somebody else, like a trucker?
Sure.
Yeah, I just took a shit off Route 65.
It's like, what does this have to do with gaming,
Long
sir?
time listener, first time caller.
Yeah.
Out here. All right, no. But anyway,
No.
I'm Stephen White. Thank you so much for listening. I'm Stephen White.
I am Todd Stark. I am Todd Stark. I am Todd Stark.
Thank you.
I just wanted to beat you.
Okay.
That's 3 times.
Lacia Finley. Just the once.
She loses.
Thank you. No, she's fine.
I'm
She's doing
lazy.
better than we
Too
are.
many syllables.
Join us again. See, I'm all over the place. I'm gonna.
You just can't wait for
Yeah,
TwitchCon.
I'm excited.
Okay, take 2.
Here we go.
Click.
Guess what, guys? Join us again next time. Super Mega Crash siblings, or maybe Super Mega Crash cousins. Tell us what you think sounds better.
Super Mega Crash Family.
But until then, game on.
been a Pencil and Paper Podcast Network production.